Welcome back to Commercial Breaks with Miss Education. I'm Miss Education. Yay. Okay. So, funny enough, I was having conversations with a few people. I ended up watching some stuff, and this theme kept coming up. Black Jesus, white Jesus. He don't look like me. You know. When I was talking to people about Jesus, about God, people are like, "Well, you serve that white Jesus," and I'm just like, "Wait a minute, where are we serious right now?" Like, I know I've said previously that I genuinely believe that racism is a demonic spirit, right? Because it doesn't make sense that this concept can overtake so many people, even overtake them when they themselves haven't even experienced it. But there's this thing in them, this fire, this demonic fire in them for individuals that they've actually not had negative interactions with, right? I think I've told you I've witnessed former students of mine who are now adults will be places, and we were somewhere, and a white police officer walked by, and everyone got agitated. I'm like, why? What's wrong? What happened? What did I miss? And like, there's a white cop. I'm like, so, and I asked, have you had any negative interactions with any cops? No. So what's your problem? Well, he's a white cop. I'm like, listen, if there's a problem, if you're in a house and there's someone who tries to come in and hurt you, or there's a fire, who do you call? Yeah, you dial 911. You call the same people. Like, what are we talking about right now? Where did this come from? Why do you have such a oomph for an individual that, one, you don't know? You don't know that man from Adam. You actually haven't had a negative interaction with anyone in his profession. Yes, you've watched enough news and media, which, by the way, is programming. That's why it's called television programming. They intentionally put all these negative stories out. Are you kidding me? You're telling me all the police officers that are in the US, none of them are doing anything kind on a daily basis? No one's kind? Yet we're not putting that on TV, right? We're not putting that on TV. So it was just amazing to me. But same thing happened with this black and white Jesus. People are like, he's a white Jesus. I'm not serving that white Jesus. I'm like, are you kidding me? Even with this? I mean, why? I'm saying even because it blows my mind. But I'm like, seriously? Like, when it's, like, listen, again, unfortunately, this happens. I pray that this doesn't happen to you, but if we're in a plane and that plane's about to, like, loses whatever altitude, it feels like it's going to drop, most people be like, Jesus. You in a car and that thing starts spinning, people say, like, we call on Jesus and God. At that point, no one cares what color Jesus is. Seriously, that when you go to the doctor, and you know what, like, I'm about to say something and I know the answer to this. I'm like, when you go to the doctor, or when you find yourself in an emergency and you need medical treatment, do you say, excuse me, while you're on the gurney? Excuse me, you're a white doctor. No, I need a black doctor, please get me a black doctor. Are you kidding me? You're bleeding out. I just need a good doctor. Okay. I need a good physician. I do not care about your skin color. And I say this because in my mind, I'm like, this is ridiculous. But I know my sisters told my sisters a doctor. Well, two of my sisters are doctors. And I remember my sister telling me that she had an incident where this man came in serious need of help. And because she was black, he was like, no, I want someone else. And my sister was like, well, bet fine. Knowing full well, if my sister, she knows if she don't help him, he finna die. My sister's like, you want a white doctor? Okay, well, you hold your breath while we find you one. Knowing full well, they ain't gonna find one. But okay, she came and helped him. Finally, he was like, all right, I'll take the black one. I'm like, this is demonic. Where you're like, yo, don't help me. Don't save my life because of your skin color. Don't save my life because you were born into a skin color that you had no choice. I have family members, I have friends who are like, yeah, I need to find a doctor. And like, I went to my doctor this week And I go in. It's a middle-aged white woman. So kind, so like pleasant. And I caught myself. I was like, yo, I came in here with that mentality because I'm still fighting it, okay? I came in with that mentality, oh, white woman. And there was some angst in me because she was white. And then I calmed down. I was like, God, no, remove this from me because she's human. I'm human. She's a woman. I'm a woman. We had a lot to talk about. She's really nice. She's human. Oh, she's a human who happens to be white. I'm a human who happens to be black. And I connected with this woman on a human level. But I have friends. I have people I know who seek out, who will seek out black doctors. And I'm not saying not to, I'm not saying it's not good to seek out. If you want a black doctor, fine, get a black doctor. But I think that we've gotten to a place where this color thing is taking over. Jesus being white Jesus, oh, black Jesus. I remember the show Blackish. I thought it was funny at first, but it still didn't sit with me well, right? This whole pray to black Jesus. Again, it was Blackish it's a comedy, and it was done in a funny way. But again, it's programming. It's a television programming. They're programming us to think a certain way. I'm like, I don't care if my Jesus is black or white. I just need him to be my Jesus. I need him to walk with me. I need him to comfort me when I'm comfort me when I'm sad. I want to thank him when I'm happy. I want to thank him. I want to praise him in my storm. I want to be comforted by Jesus. I don't care. I know I'm getting over it because the next few things I want to talk about deal with spirituality. And I was like, for many people, the door to open up this talk, this conversation is the color of Jesus. And because, I won't say, oh, it's a black Jesus. Oh, it's a white Jesus. I don't care. But because I want to acknowledge the black Jesus, I have people who won't even consider having a conversation. And I'm sad about that, right? I'm like, yo, it's deeper than that. You want Jesus to be black? Fine, whatever. I just need Jesus to be Jesus. We are human. We have finite ways of thinking, so we see things in black and white. I mean, just historically speaking, between where he was born and what the people looked like in that time period and description in the Bible, he was a bronzy looking dude, right? I don't think he was this. And I don't think he was cream like this chair. And I think genuinely, if it were me, and I'm not God, but if I were God, I would just take all the colors, all of us, mix them up, because we're all a different shade of brown. That's really what we are, right? I'm a darker shade of brown, and my coworkers are a lighter shade of brown, right? My dad is a darker shade of brown, darker than me, right? We're just all a different shade of brown. So if I were God, because I know how petty my creation would become, I would just mix all the browns together and find the median. I'd be like, all right, middle brown. I'm middle brown. I'm part of you. I'm everything, right? And call it a day. Because we are small. Our minds are small. We're petty. I know. I did want to bring this up because I want to start talking about something else. And like I said, for many people, the color of Jesus is a problem. And I'm like, no, I'm over the color of Jesus. I just need Jesus. And I hope that, I don't know where you are, and I don't know if this matters to you, but if it does matter to you, if Jesus' skin color matters to you, I'm going to ask you to think about, when you're super excited, if someone were to come and give you a lottery ticket, which by the way, most people end up being miserable after that, but let's pretend you were an exception. If you were to win a lottery ticket, would it matter if the presenter was a white or black person? No, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a person, a legit person who has authority behind that ticket, that money, I don't care. If I'm in a dire situation where it's life-saving, I need someone to save. Like, if I'm I'm going to a plane because I just watched something with planes in it, but if I'm in a plane And that thing is going down. I need a competent pilot to take over. I don't care if you're black or white. I need a competent pilot to take over. If I'm in a car accident and I'm stuck, I don't care who rescues me. I just need someone who knows what they're doing, someone who's strong enough to pull me out of that wreckage. When I'm in labor and giving birth to God's most precious gifts, right? Children. I don't care if you're black or white. I just need you to know how to get this baby safely out of me. I don't care. I don't want to care. How about that? I don't want to care, but we've been programmed to care. And when it comes to my Jesus, when I need saving, I don't care if it's a black or white Jesus. When I'm rejoicing, I don't care if it's a black or white Jesus I'm rejoicing to. I don't care. I don't know. I just hope, just give you food for thought. If you've never thought about it, good for you. Good for you. You haven't been programmed, but too many of us have. And I get it, right? My white counterparts, I guess they're not really, they are programmed because they've, like all of us, we're raised, most of us, at least in the States, were raised with a white Jesus. So white people see white Jesus, it's normal. That's all they know, right? So there's no question. But no, black folks, when we see Jesus, again, we've been trained to see only a white Jesus. So now we're questioning, well, what if he looks like me? What if he looks like me? It's all programming on both ends. We're both wrong. I think we're both wrong. Jesus isn't white. I mean, if we're gonna be superficial about this, Jesus isn't white. Jesus ain't light tan, right? The light brown. And Jesus ain't dark brown. Right? Middle Eastern tend to be, in the middle. Because he's a perfect God. Till next time. God is dope. God ain't black, God ain't white. Wait, what's that? It don't matter if you're black or white, right? God is love. Love is colorless. Love is red. Aha. Love is red. Love is the blood that Jesus shed for me. That's love. God is love. Till next time. Commercial breaks with Miss Education. Bye.